What made Minas Tirith endure overwhelming odds at Pelennor? Imagine standing in a city surrounded by enemies on all sides, yet somehow holding firm against impossible odds. That's what Minas Tirith faced during the Battle of Pelennor Fields. So, what kept this mighty city standing when the forces of Sauron poured in with armies, monsters, and war machines? First, the city's design played a huge role. Minas Tirith was built on a hill called the Hill of Guard, with 7 levels stacked like giant terraces. Each level had its own walls, gates, and defenses. This meant attackers had to fight uphill through multiple layers of protection, tiring them out and exposing them to defenders above. The city's walls were thick and strong, made to withstand siege engines and battering rams. The natural slope of Mount Mindilluin on the western side made a direct attack even harder. Second, the defenders were incredibly disciplined and brave. Led by the Steward of Gondor, they refused to give up despite the overwhelming numbers of orcs, Haradrim, and other enemies. The soldiers on the walls were experienced, and archers could rain down arrows on the attackers from above. Cavalry reserves waited outside the city, ready to strike at the right moment. Their morale was high because they believed in their cause and knew they were fighting for their home. Third, the open plains called the Pelennor Fields gave the defenders some advantage. Though it was not a defensive barrier, it allowed them to see enemy movements clearly. When the Rohirrim, the horse lords of Rohan, arrived, they charged into the battle at a critical moment. Their sudden attack broke the enemy lines and eased the pressure on the city. Also, the army of the dead, summoned by Aragorn, played a decisive role. They were a ghostly force that helped turn the tide by routing Sauron's armies. Despite all these factors, Minas Tirith was nearly overwhelmed because Sauron's armies were vast and fierce. They brought huge war machines and terrifying creatures, including the Witch King of Angmar, who was nearly unstoppable. The city's endurance wasn't just about its walls or geography. It was about the courage of its defenders, the strategic use of reinforcements, and the unity of everyone fighting to protect it. So, the city endured because it was built to withstand siege. Its defenders fought with unwavering resolve, and reinforcements arrived just in time to turn the battle. All these elements combined made Minas Tirith stand tall against overwhelming odds at Pelennor Fields.